It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And tonight, don't sleep on Kevin Love. Terrific all-around player, Kenny. Can bang inside.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. You're agreeing with everything I say.
Yes.
But, okay, so tell me about Kevin Love.
He's unselfish, too. Don't forget that, Ernie.
No,
here's a guy who's kind of taking a back seat in certain areas to really fit into a championship team. He has sacrificed a lot.
Yes, he gives you rebounding, floor spacing. Just knows how to play the game.
For any team, I think he's very Ken-official.
I would think so.
Like beneficial.
I
Ken-official. See, I was using your name,
right,
like
see.
Shaq.
That's pretty good.
Why don't you throw your name
I
in
like
there?
it, Ernie.
Ken-official.
You get the golf clap.
I was just trying to give Kenny some
Get the
props.
golf clap.
There you go. Kevin Harlan is standing by with the call.
We've got basketball action at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. The home of the Cavaliers, live on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers, back on the road tomorrow. Things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
And right now for the Cavaliers, they haven't looked anything like the team we thought they'd be this year. Still such a long way to go. They could be in line for a long, tumultuous season.
Yeah, Greg, I'm not sure if this can be written off as just a slow start. I think this might be the team they really are.
And now Washington's starting group. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Bobby Portis out there with Parker, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot.
And, you know, with LeBron leaving Cleveland in the offseason, many assumed Love would be traded as well to rebuild. Ended up doing the opposite as he signed a long-term extension with the Cavs to remain in Cleveland. Not many would have guessed that of LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin, it would be Love to be the last Cav standing.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Scott Brooks. We talked about keys to the game, and he thinks shot blocking has to be even more important. He said, look, we want to keep them out front as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can protect the rim if they break us down. Kevin, he hopes that strategy will help them get their second win in this season series. Back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So their focus, guys, is going to be on defense right away.
And that's always a good philosophy. Don't let an opponent get settled. Try to take them out of their game early.
Well, you know what, guys? One of the things that stand out to me is how well their team communicates on defense. I mean, they function as a unit. That's why defense is a weapon for them.
And that one's good. Parker.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Sexton, the pass to Thompson. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Clarkson kicks to Sexton. 5 to shoot. Osman, the pass to Love. Over Parker. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
That's good from Parker. And right around this time of the year, some teams spending long stretches on the road. Chris, that's difficult. It's got to be tough, I would assume, for players to deal with that, teams to deal with that.
It does get tough. Long road trips, travel, you're staying home from your family, you haven't seen your family and your friends. But I tell you what it does as a team. Coaches love it because it builds camaraderie, it builds chemistry. Now you have time to go to the movies and hang out with guys on your team at a restaurant or just hanging out. And what does that do? It brings you a little bit closer together because now you're building a relationship that's not based on basketball. These long road trips allow you to be together, to get to understand and know each other in ways maybe you haven't before. And believe me, there's been many times on the court I've joked with the guy on my team about something that had nothing to do with the game. And it brought us to even play harder because we had an inside joke about something else. Who wouldn't want to play with their friends, right? Who wouldn't want their friends to challenge them? And that's the type of relationships you build on these long road trips.
There's Beal with the 3. That shot missing, so Cleveland will take it the other way. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
And let's take a look at Colin Sexton's numbers. He's really stood out for them over the past month. 10th in assists, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Now, here's Sexton. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. The feed to Love. To the inside. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Love.
Wonderful vision. I mean, Love could have taken it himself, but has the eyes and the desire to make plays for others.
Wall finds Beal, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Nancy's checked in for Jetty Osman, and the Wizards making a change here as well. Howard's checked in for Bobby Portis. Here is Howard off the inbound pass. Good D by Thompson.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him.
Clarkson dishes to Nance. He kicks to Sexton. It's stolen by Ariza. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Knight's checked in. Washington trailing. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Ariza passes to Parker. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And stolen by Love.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Love has experienced that finishing through getting hit. A physical forward with excellent hands.
And Wall kicks to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Outside Knight. Rebound, Washington. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And they were a little bit fortunate to come out on top in that one. They were not at their best in that game.
Now here's Beal. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. A miss that time would have put him up. Cavaliers leading. Knight on the wing for the three. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
He finds a major hole in the D beyond the arc and still can't cash in on it.
Love dishes to Sexton. Back to Love. On the wing, Nance. Love outside. Now here's Sexton. Covered by Parker. Clock at 4. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, Crafty just capitalizing there on the floater. Give Sexton room to shoot that shot, and he's going to take it.
Now here's Beal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Ariza finds Wall. And again, Washington, no good. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They lead by 4. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, you're just not going to win many committing turnovers at the rate they did. That was just outrageous.
Well, and then to compound the problem, they failed to force mistakes with their defense. Just too much turnover differential.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
A different look now for Cleveland. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Henson comes in for Kevin Love. And Stauskas subbed in for Sexton. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Ryan, he's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Parker. Decker's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Satoransky's subbed in for John Wall. And with Love and his offensive game, he has even started getting more scores off of cuts.
Yeah, Love has a good sense of timing on when a lane will open up. And often will get matched up with a defender that just isn't as quick as he is. And when everything is clicking for him, he can light it up in a quarter, as we've seen in the past.
First one falls for him. Largely out there for his terrific shooting range, C-Web, is Thomas Satoransky. He's a pretty good playmaker as well.
Team player. I mean, he understands that he needs to get his shot within the floor of the offense. If it's not there, he's quick to move the ball and generally makes good decisions. He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
Outside Knight. Pass to Henson. It's stolen by Green. Beal, the pass to Bryant. And Satoransky kicks to Beal. 6 to shoot. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Knight dishes to Henson. Fires from deep. Nance, no good. Wizards trail by 4. To the wing right side. And the wide open shot from Decker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Decker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Nance with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Knight. Back to Nance. Cleveland moving it around. Knight taking his time here. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
And the layup's good off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 1.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The dish to Henson. Out to the wing. From the arc. Unable to get that one. And Washington the other way now. Last time they met was in Washington.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
And that's what led them to a blowout win. Offensively, they were solid, but their defense was what really carried them.
Here's Satoransky. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And we've watched Bill take major steps forward in this game. I mean, think about this, especially with creating off the bounce for himself and for others.
While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. The Wizards 5th.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. And you can just see Beal's confidence growing every single season.
Now, he knows he can be the best player on the court on any given night. The coaches trust him, his teammates trust him, the fans trust him. He's a tremendous catalyst for this team.
Now here's Knight, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Washington calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Washington, solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place. And, of course, Cleveland, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, well, for Washington, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
Greg, I wish I could say I saw this coming, but I had no idea. They put it together so early. Tremendous job by the coaching staff.
And that one drops for him.
Oh, the mid-range game of Bill is so solid. The D has to be right up on him when he's on this area of the floor.
Stauskas, the pass to Chris. Pass tonight. Here's the 3. Scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
He's not their first option too often, but he can hit the 3 when he's on.
Satoransky against Knight. And here's Decker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Satoransky against Knight. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one hits back iron. To the wing on the left. Here's Chris. Here's Stauskas. Here's Henson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Free throw good. Satoransky. The Wizards making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Good on both.
How about the rough road travel last year by the Wizards? John Wall missed exactly half of the season. The team were sending verbal shots back and forth, teammate to teammate. The team never got in sync. They failed to meet expectations.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You can't lay that pass in there any better.
1:09 left in the first quarter. Knight against Satoransky. Outside Portis. Back to Satoransky. Outside Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Henson. He can't get that one to fall. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Knight against Satoransky. Knight kicks to Stauskas. The pass to Chris. Knight in the corner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Wizards have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And he knocks down the first one. Jabari Parker's checked in for Washington. Both free throws good for Bryant.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Satoransky against Knight. It's Osman, top of the key. Puts up a 3. That one doesn't go. And we'll be back with you shortly. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnovers.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. We've got Bobby Portis. Satoransky there with Wall. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Howard in at the center, locking down the middle.
Loose shots.
Free throw good, Sexton. You know, when it comes to ongoing contract negotiations, C-Web, how distracting did you find it for those players and for yourself to deal with all that going on?
It can be very distracting if you allow it to take over. What I would suggest for players in those situations, whether you're a restricted free agent or a free agent, I would give you one piece of advice, and I think LeBron has epitomized this. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about what team or what pending teams or what city you like to go swimming in, or you and your wife visit in the summer, because all that does is create confusion. And all it does is send a message to fans and other players that maybe you're thinking about something that you can't control at that time. And so usually I think you should go introspective. You should work as hard as you can to improve and to get better. But that is something that definitely can distract you. And so hopefully you have a great layer of people that can be barriers from kind of the outside noise. The contract is going to be what it's going to be. And the only way you can continue to prove your worth is by going out there, executing every day on the court.
Good stuff. Now here's Parker following the miss by John Wall. Parker finds Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Passes it to Clarkson. Now here's Love. Ariza covering. Pass to Sexton. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
Now here's Wall. A 20-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
And look, it was more than his scoring. He was dominant on D. His steal numbers for that game were crazy.
Parker, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
Free throw good by Parker. Now Sexton. He's got 9. Love outside. Here's Osman, covered by Parker. Howard with the steal. Knocked away. The fadeaway. And that's collected by Love.
That's not their best option. Defensively, they're happy anytime he's shooting.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Look, it's all about Thompson's vertical. He jumps up fast to make sure he taps in on that alley-oop.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Now, this is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oops.
Clarkson against Ariza. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. Throughout his career, Jordan Clarkson has always been able to score.
You're right, Kevin. Throughout his career, he's always been a guy that can hurt you from outside, mid-range, and in the paint as well. He's a natural scorer when he has the ball in his hands. I mean, he's very adept at navigating traffic and can twist and turn his body to protect the ball. And he gets a shot up inside anytime he wants.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
Former first-team All-Rookie after being picked in the second round. Clarkson, a draft day steal.
Nancy's checked in for Jetty Osman. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Wall passes to Howard. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the league's most feared rim protectors in the league.
and you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take, and he lives mostly inside the paint, and still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to
Take a break.
kind of gone away.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. AC Webb, for your money, who does the best job of combining guard skills with a classic back-to-the-basket game?
Whoa, I mean, you think of Cousins. He's 7 foot, not the fastest, but he has back to the basket and then crossover three-point shooting ability. Embiid as well, Towns, and of course, Anthony Davis, who I think was a point guard and had a great growth spurt in high school.
Yes.
He's just a guard in a big man's body.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Now, we've all seen this guy's development. Thompson has proven to be a valuable role player. He's exceptional at tracking down rebounds and a more than capable defender.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Sexton, following the basket by John Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Wall is a highly intelligent player. He sees the floor pretty well, sprinting to the cup with ease that time.
Now, here's Sexton, covered by Wall. Sexton kicks to Nance. And here's Love for 3, sinks the triple. Love's got 7 points.
You love it when the big fella shows off his ability from beyond the arc.
Outside, Wall. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Sexton. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Poked loose and stolen by Sexton. Oh, Nance in position. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Clarkson. Averaging about 15 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader. Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Cleveland making a change here. Stauskas is checked in. Sam Decker's checked in for Washington. Bradley Beal comes in for Trevor Ariza. Washington leading now by 3. Over to the left wing. Over in the corner, Green. And another miss by Washington. Cleveland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Out left to the wing. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Cavaliers have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Chris is checked in.
One shot.
And it's tied up with that one. Here is Wall. 8 points for him. pass to Howard. Outside, Beal. And again, Washington, no good. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Beal. Stauskas, the pass to Chris. Inside, stolen by Decker. 4-on-3 break. Here's Beal. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And the added muscle of Beal coming into play there. I mean, he's just shrugging off the contact and getting it done.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018. A top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
John Henson's checked in for the Cavaliers. Knight comes in for Sexton. And then for Washington, Ryan is checked in for Howard. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
Now, here is Knight. He has 5. Stolen by Decker. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Cleveland.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Knight. That one's good. Just his third make brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's got 8. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Satoransky against Knight. Satoransky, the pass to Bryant. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Beal. Knight finds Henson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nance. And it comes off the front of the rim. Washington leading now by 3. And here we go. That one good for 2. Satoransky's got 10.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Knight against Satoransky. Knight passes to Stauskas. Over Green. Stauskas' shot is off. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Beal kicks to Bryant. Back to Beal. Satoransky against Knight. Back to Beal. Takes a 3. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Down low, Chris. And Chris throws it down.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. Mahimi's checked in for Washington.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's got 10. The Wizards working the ball around now to the left side wing. Now here's Decker. He's tightly guarded. This one for three. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And a change for the Wizards. Brown's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Knight. Over in the corner, Osman. Henson in the post, and slam dunk by Henson.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for it.
When you're open, Bill will find you outstanding at working the ball over to the open man.
Cleveland's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Knight kicks to Stauskas. Over in the corner, Osman. Let's go. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's the break. And here they go. And finish off by Bryant.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And now here's Chris, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Beal. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Osman. 6 points for him. Kicks to Stauskas. And he drops it in from the low post. Stauskas has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
It's Beal on the wing. Outside Bryant. Beal gets a wide open look. And Washington again with the bucket.
You got to respect how fast Bill gets his shot off. Remarkable at reading the D and pulling up on him off the pass.
Stauskas dishes to Henson. Back to Stauskas. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Free throw, good, Bryant.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Marquise Chris. Zizic comes in for Henson. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Nick Stauskas. Bobby Portis is checked in for the Wizards. Jordan McRae comes in for Brown. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Knight passes to Osman. Here's Zizic. Clock at 6. Knight kicks to Osman. And a miss there on the triple.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Now here's Knight. 7 points in the game. Puts one up from 19. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Kevin Love. Here's McCray. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Washington Wizards going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what did you guys do to get the lead?
We're just trying to play good defense. It's tough down there, you know, but we're doing a good job of making them just shoot one shot and get out and run.
We'll see if we can keep that going in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, they got a nice advantage in the free throw department. I wish I was a shooter. They've been the one taking the direct approach. They're driving the lane, being physical, and forcing the opposing D into tight spots. And that's got them a lot of points at the line and the lead.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland and East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven this far.
Wizards leading by 10. The forwards are Osman and Love. Sexton is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Larry Drew.
You got to push Wall out of the paint. I mean, he's got the explosiveness to wreak havoc in it.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
And Washington has possession. The Cavaliers making the shot. Outside Portis. Nobody near Parker. They grab their own miss. Ariza, and stolen by Sexton. Clarkson kicks to Osman. No good. Good D by Ariza.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Bryant can't get it to go.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Knocked away. And again, the turnover by the Wizards. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Wizards second.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Now, here's Sexton. 12 points for him. He feeds it to Love. And the dunk by Love.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Washington leading now by 8. Ariza finds Wall. Baseline J on the way. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Sexton, covered by Wall. Sexton the pass to Osman. Trying to get open is Thompson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Inside, here's Parker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Parker's got 11.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Clarkson surveying the floor. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Washington Wizards.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Jabari Parker. He's around 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And Cleveland making a change here. Nance is checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Beal's checked in for Bryant. Clarkson against Beal. Clarkson dishes to Love. Thompson left side. Shoots over Portis. The shot no good. And it's Washington the other way. Ariza has the open look. Drills it from outside. Ariza's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there who can flat out light it up.
To the left wing. To the paint. And stolen by Portis. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
Well, look, I love the confidence of Beal, but when you work that hard in the offseason, you have a jump shot that wet. I guess it's easy to embrace the punishment.
2 shots, gentlemen.
You know, Chris, Bobby Portis showing continued progress as a scorer.
Well, look, he can shoot from anywhere on this floor, and he's 6'11". I mean, just imagine that. But, you know, if you give him starters minutes, well, maybe he can be a 20-10 guy in this league.
2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Wow, a phenomenal talent. I mean, when you think about the competitive flair Bill plays with, it's just awesome.
Howard's checked in for Portis. He doesn't get the second one. When it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans, well, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain. Sure. Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off-season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
That's right. The shot's good from Nance.
And how about the job Nance has done to try to make himself into a more consistent offensive threat?
Wall taking his time here. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's foul number 2 for him. And Washington making a change here. Green's checked in. On defense, the Cavaliers. And Beal kicks to Wall. Shot clock at 6. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Is on Colin Sexton.
And it's all about the quickness that Wall possesses that makes him so hard for defenses to contain. He's solid at drawing contact.
And so John Wall nails both of them. Chris, at times, what Wall gives you is unparalleled production at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and the numbers don't lie. I mean, not too long ago, he was the first player to ever have at least 1,800 points, 800 dimes, 150 steals, and 50 blocks in the season. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Wizards leading by 14. He kicks it to Howard. There's Beal with the three, and that's collected by Love. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Sexton over the Wall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Dwight Howard. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 3rd in field goal percentage, 13th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. And he makes the first.
And you see the speed, the athleticism, and scoring ability of Sexton. Special. A guard with a fantastic skill set and loads of potential.
John Henson's checked in for Kevin Love. Both good from the line that time. Wizards leading by 12. All with it. He's got 12. The pass to Beal from past the arc. That's no good. That miss makes him 5 for 11 from the field. And Nance slams it in.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. Outside, Beal. And the 3 ball is good. Beal's got 4 this quarter.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Chris, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Sexton kicks to Chris. Feeds to Sexton. He can't get it to go. Wall with some nice defense.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
I love how confident Bill is scoring the ball. I mean, he feels like he can score from any area on the court.
Now, here's Clarkson. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. 2 points, that one goes. Clarkson's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Wall wide open, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Wizards lead by 16. The Cavaliers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. And here's Sexton. 14 points for him. Nance finds Clarkson. And the 3 off target. Wizards leading by 16. Wall attacking. And it's denied. Clarkson against Beal. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And that's now 6 points for Larry Nance. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Satoransky's checked in for Washington. And an interesting look here at the top assisting point guards this season. Setting up teammates, being a playmaker. One of the hallmarks of being a premier point guard in the NBA. Number 5 is John Wall.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
Well, it's fun to watch these guys in action. Their creativity, the vision they have. It's point guard play at its best.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
Sexton the pass to Nance. Great D that time from Beal.
Too tentative on the finish. Forget about the D. Take it up strong.
Wall's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 17. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and slam dunk by Henson.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Satoransky. He's got 10. Left side, Beal. That one a little long. For Cleveland, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Now the feed to Sexton. It's stolen by Wall. And here they come. Here's Howard. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 4 assists in the game. Timeout called the Cavaliers. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing them from long range.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Clarkson. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Wizards. Here's Sexton. He's got 14. Tipped away. Pass to Henson. In transition, here come the Wizards. Beal's running, and there's the call on Cedi Osman. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Bryant is checked in for Jeff Green. They double team Beal. To the paint. And Bryant the bucket on the assist from Beal. Beal's got 3 assists now in this one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Sexton. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Knocks it loose. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. That one falls. Wall's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Cavaliers trail by 21. Osman kicks to Sexton. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And the muscle of Sexton, outstanding at just working through the contact and finding a way to finish.
Wall finds Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 5 assists tonight.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Now here's Sexton. 16 points for him. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Washington making a change here. Portis is checked in. Osman the pass to Chris. And here is Henson. Over Bryant. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them too with 88% from the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Sexton. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Ariza. How his last 10 games have gone. Putting up about 10 points a night, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Wall gets to Ariza. Knocked loose. Bryant in the post. Defended by Henson. They get the rebound. Portis. And another miss by Washington. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Here's Chris. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The inventiveness inside, even when you contest Chris, he figures out a way to score.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. And it's Kevin Love in for John Henson. And that one misses. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
And for that matchup against the Nets, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Beal can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Cleveland moving the ball around. And here's Love for 3. Washington with the rebound. Bryant's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
As the #1 pick in the draft, Wall has always had a lot of pressure on him, and he does everything he can to live up to those expectations.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rebound, Washington. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Beal against Clarkson. And another miss by Washington. Pulls up. The offensive rebound. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder who crashes with power.
And so it's Washington in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. All at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Trevor Ariza out there with Bryant. And it's Portis in at the 5 spot. Now here's Love. And Sexton has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Portis.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Now, here's Sexton. Defense right on him. Drills it from outside.
The D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Now here's Wall. And that's collected by Love. Love's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Thompson, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Thompson is a strong big man. He's amazing at fending off defenders.
Washington leading now by 13. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Sexton. Goes up, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Free throw good, Sexton. Jabari Parker's checked in for Washington. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
A good sign that he's getting to the line a lot here in the second half, putting pressure on the D.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Beal can't get it to go. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 11. Shots good by Clarkson.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
They almost left it until too late. But now it's anybody's game.
Now here's Beal. And Parker, here we go. Up and in on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 11.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. From deep, that's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Now, here's Sexton. Pass to Love. To the wing on the left. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Clarkson, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
They needed it. The game was threatening to get out of hand until they finally kicked into gear.
Now, here's Portis. Outside, Beal. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 13-5 run. Sexton the pass to Thompson. And stolen by Portis. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Wizards making a switch here. Green's checked in. Now here's Beal. Back to Wall. Pass to Parker. Over Love. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Cavaliers trail by 10. The pass to Sexton. From downtown. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Sexton.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Now Wall. Outside Portis. Outside Beal. Clock at 4. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. He had a nice open look right there. And the Wizards lead by 9.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Sexton dishes to Clarkson. To the paint. The shot by Sexton, no good. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. There's Beal with the 3. There's Portis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Plays with so much passion. Love how effective Portis is at drawing fouls.
That one is off.
How about Portis? A draft day steal in 2015. The 22nd pick. Now look, he's got size, skill, no fear. He brings the confidence and the toughness that you love to see.
Good on the second free throw. And Bobby Portis suspended, Chris, the first 8 games of last season for his altercation with Nikola Mirotic.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to, take that mistake back. But at the same time, that aggressiveness, challenge in the right way, that'll help him on the court.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Here's Sexton after the made shot from Bradley Beal. That's tipped, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Portis. Now here's Howard. Parker looking over the floor. 5 on the clock. Beal, that's for 2. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And it's 29 points for Beal.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's Sexton. Clarkson kicks to Osman. They need this. Good D by Parker. Washington leading now by 14. Takes the 13-footer and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Parker's got 11 in the second half. Now here's Sexton, covered by Wall. Sexton the pass to Love. Dishes to Sexton. Back to Love. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his 5th foul. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Nance is checked in. The Wizards have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Wall finds Green. And it's Parker at the elbow.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Free throw good by Parker. The Wizards making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. And Parker drops them both. The Cavaliers trail by 18.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Sexton. Defense is right there. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Washington.
All with it. Outside Beal. And it's Parker in the corner. Sinks the triple. Parker's got 25 points.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead safe as long as he's on the floor.
Now, here's Sexton, covered by Wall. Down low. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Thompson. And that's now 28 points for Colin Sexton. Wizards leading by 17. Wall up top. He feeds it to Howard. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Seems weird, doesn't it, to call Howard an old-school type player? Because, see, Webb, I remember when he was considered new school.
Oh yeah, I do too. That's when I played against him. I mean, yeah, the explosiveness at his size that back then felt new. But he was your classic back-to-the-basket, rim-protecting center. And once you feed him the ball, it was rarely coming back out.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
Last season, C-Webb, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt, or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it, and definitely he manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do, is address the issue, because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight, and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. And he makes the first. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The Cavaliers trail by 19. The open look here for Sexton. And the three off target. To the middle. And the dunk by Parker.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Sexton. Love outside. Over Parker. And it's Love missing. Wizards leading by 21. Outside, Wall. Outside, Beal. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Inside. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
And Wall gets to Ariza. Stolen by Thompson. Now, here's Sexton. Defense right on him. Love, no luck. Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Clarkson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Solid on defense right there. But Clarkson using his height and length to full advantage.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And here's Wall. Parker outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. And good that time. Parker's got 31 points.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Osman. No good with the triple. Washington leading now by 20. And Wall kicks to Beal. Here's Ariza. And again, Washington with the triple.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first two quarters, though.
There's 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Beal. Knocks it loose.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Wizards.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Bradley Beal.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Now here's Wall. Parker kicks to Beal. And he gets the bucket. Beal's got 32 points in the game.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Feeds it to Sexton. Looking to end the run. And it's laid up and in by Thompson.
This is where Thompson feels comfortable. Shooting very close to the rim. He's efficient.
Here's Osman. Drops in the breakaway layup. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
Well, we just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.